Hello, hello. Welcome to the best thrift haul I have ever done on this channel. That is a huge claim for me because, every time I do a thrift haul, I'm like, oh, this is my favorite thing I've ever thrifted. Oh, this is my favorite thing I've ever thrifted. But like for real, this is the best haul I've ever done and I'm so excited about it. I went to Value Village yesterday to source some stuff for my new vintage shop. If you guys didn't see, I have started a little vintage shop on my website. So all of these products will eventually be up on there. But I wanted to sit down and share them with you guys first because I was so excited. We'll start with the elephant in the room, which is the most beautiful rattan shelf. I have seen these all over Instagram. I'm obsessed with them. I've been looking for one for so long, but they're always like $150 on Facebook Marketplace. So this is like a little bit of a mini story time. So I went in and I had gotten all the clothes and like home goods and stuff that I wanted to, and I went back to my car, I put everything in my car, and I swear that thrift store karma is real. I was going to put my cart back in like the proper place that they have right in front of the store, and as I was walking, I was probably like halfway across the parking lot, I saw an employee turn the corner from the donations like drop-off place to go into the like little outdoor furniture area that they have, and he was carrying this, and I just like froze for half a second, and then I saw like 2 or 3 different groups of people and or individual people around him like look at it, and everybody's eyes kind of lit up, and I was like, oh no. So I'm there with my empty cart, and I was like, you know what, no shame, gotta do it. So I freaking booked it and was like sprinting at this poor employee. He was like probably like, what is going on? With my empty cart, and I got up to him and I was like, is this going up for sale? And he was like, oh no, sorry. And I was like, dang it, because I thought he meant that somebody had like already bought it, because a lot of times people will like buy stuff but then they'll leave it until they're done with their shopping, and so it'll just like have a little tag that says like that it's been paid for. And so I was like, oh no. And then he goes, no, I'm just messing with you. Yeah. And I was just like, cool, I'll take it. And like, I don't even think this ever hit the ground. Like he was like getting ready to put it down, and I was like, it's mine. So I got this for $13. I saved this tag so I could show you guys. Matt asked me last night, he was like, do you want me to take the tag off of it? And I was like, nah, it's a badge of honor. It's got to stay there for a second. So that is the one piece that I'm keeping for myself. I'm so excited about it, as you can probably tell. But I also got a bunch of home goods and clothing stuff for the store. So I thought I would show you guys, because I got a lot of really, really cool, super unique pieces, which I'm really excited about. I'll start up here with all of the mugs, because I got a lot of mugs. I think this one is probably my favorite. It's little strawberries, and I love the like green rim around it. It's so old and cute. It's got like the old stamp on the bottom. This is so precious. That arm strength. I also got this set of 2, and these are like taller mugs. But I thought these were really cool because it reminds me of like honeycomb and flowers, like kind of a bee theme, especially with this like muted mustard color scheme we've got going on. And I love that the glaze is like a little bit speckled too, and then the inside is matte black, which is so cool. If you can see these guys. So I'm gonna sell these as a set. I thought this mug was super cool because it's like iridescent, which I feel like is like a really like trendy thing right now, but it's also vintage, so it's like it was way ahead of its time. You can see the like iridescent glaze on it. I hope it shows up on camera. And then I also really loved this mustard speckled one. So lots and lots of mugs. Why did I put them on the top shelf? These definitely need to be washed, so I'll be doing this after I film this video before I take pictures of all this stuff for the shop. But I got these cool vintage salt and pepper shakers, and I love the pattern on these. They're so cute. They're like super farmhousey. Oh, this one's got salt in it, I think, still. And the last homeware thing that I got, I actually got a little while ago, but I wanted to include it anyway because it's so cool. And it's this vintage copy of Treasure Island. and it has an inscription on the front, which is my favorite thing in the world. It says Merry Christmas. I can't read the second part. 1944, for your library, Aunt Maroon. Anyway, it's beautiful, and it's got this cool, like, when they couldn't print that many colors, how cool are all of the illustrations? And there's like kind of a lot of them too, all in the chapters. So beautiful and so cool. I love old books. Then a couple of accessories. I am so sorely tempted to keep these. These are white leather or faux leather. I should probably figure that out before I list them. Combat boots. And I think white combat boots are so cool. It's such an interesting take on the combat boots trend, because I personally don't wear a whole lot of black. Stretch the trucks. You guys know by now. 5 more months. 5 more months and our lease is up. But yeah, I thought these were so cool, especially the like chunky ivory laces. And these are size 7.5. I'm a 7, so it's real tempting to keep them. I have a few items too that are already listed on the store right now, so they might be gone by the time that you see this. I'm not sure, but I'm gonna talk about them anyway. This handmade crochet bag is so cool. Like, you can tell that it's hand stitched and it's old, but it's also like super sturdy. Like, you could totally just use this as your purse. And it's not gonna like fall apart or wear too badly. But I think the fringe is really cool, and somebody took such care in this, because it's like, it took me a while to figure out that it was handmade. I could really only tell by like the lining, like where the lining is sewed in. So cool. This is a huge thrift haul, so this is gonna be quite a long video. I'm sorry in advance if you don't like long videos. But moving on to the tops, I got this like mushroom colored button up, which I think is so, so cool. It's 100% cotton. It's vintage LL Bean, and it's a large. So this is really special and so like soft and cozy. I think the next collection I am gonna put out is gonna be called the Hygge collection, because so much of the stuff is just like so cozy and fall vibes, and I love it. Then I got this vintage Eddie Bauer sweater, and it's got like the quarter button thing that's really trendy right now, and it's like perfectly worn right along where the buttons are, and they're like tortoiseshell, and it's this super cool maroon color. So cozy. Again, totally something that I'm tempted to keep for myself. This is like the hardest part about running this shop, is that every time I source something, I'm like, ooh, maybe I should just keep that. And that's a really good way to spend a lot of money and then not make any money. Oh, this is so cool. This is a vintage club room corduroy button up. So it's this like dark taupe color. And I think this is so cool, and it's an extra large, which I really like sourcing really oversized pieces, because basically any size can wear them, because you can either do it oversized or you can do it more fitted depending on what size clothing you wear. That's really cool. And then this one is more of a basic, but I still got it because it's really soft and it's really thick, and I feel like they don't make thick turtlenecks like this anymore that will actually like keep you warm. It's just this 100% cotton maroon turtleneck top. And this would be so cute for layering under dresses, kind of like the situation I've got going on right now, or by itself, or tucked into a little corduroy skirt, or wide leg pants. Super versatile. Then in the dresses department, again, this is something that's already up on the site, but I wanted to talk about it anyway. Mostly so that I have like visual record of it, because it's so cool, and I know somebody's gonna buy this and love it. But it's this handmade shift dress from the shop that I got it from, said most likely the 1960s, and it's got like a crochet trim, and it's pretty versatile sizing. I would say it could fit like small to large, honestly, and it's a really cool tan and cream floral pattern, and like somebody made this like by hand. All the stitching, I mean, it looks like they used a machine, but at the same time, like, you can tell that somebody just like made this, which is so, so cool. And the fact that it's 60 years old is nuts to me, and just so special. So really excited about that. I'll be sad to see it go, but really happy that somebody's gonna enjoy it. And then I have 3 more vintage dresses that will go up in the next couple of launches. This one, someone's throwing a bunny tantrum over there. This one I saw and immediately was like, wow, what a find. This is so lucky. And it's this green floral print maxi dress. It has these big like shell buttons all the way like down past the waistline. This is one of the coolest vintage tags. Logo inspo. But what I really, really love about this dress is it also has this tie in the back that you could either pull around the front if you want it to be smaller, or you can tie in the back if you want it to be a little bit larger. And I just think this is so cool and special. It's a size large. Something about vintage dresses, you know, especially when they have like cool old tags and like, oh, I love it. Then I also got this one. And I'm going to switch out the buttons on this because I don't like the buttons. So I'm going to sew on probably some tortoiseshell ones. But it's this like red and taupe tulip print, which I thought was so interesting. And it has, again, buttons up the front with these little loops, which I think are so, so cute. I think it'll look really nice when I replace all of these like black fake jewel looking buttons, which I don't love. And this doesn't have a size on it, but it looks like a large to me. I'll definitely obviously measure everything when I put it up on the site. Guys, I spent so much money on all of this stuff. It's always scary, like starting a new business, because it's like we're saving for a house and I just spent like a couple $100 on all this stuff, but I think that all these pieces are so special. I think somebody's really gonna love them. Then I also got this one, which I got this specifically because I thought how cute it would be over a turtleneck. And it's this maxi dress. It's like blue and black and taupe. And it has some buttons on the side here. It's really, really soft. Again, a size large. Apparently I had really good luck in the large section. But I love the pattern of this, and I think over a sweater or a turtleneck, it would just be so cute. And then last but certainly not least, because this is probably my favorite, this dress is so 90s and I love it so much. It's this tiny little black and white plaid. It's got pockets up here and then these brass buttons all the way down, and it's maxi length. And then in the back, God, I want to keep this. If I keep anything, it's gonna be this. It has this like lace back tie detail. So it's a size 6, but again, it could be super adjustable. Looks like it's on the bigger end of 6 to me, because I'm like a 4 and I feel like this would be a little bit big maybe. Then since it's fall, I had to get some cool pants. These mom jeans are vintage Bill Blass mom jeans. And these are already up on the site. They're a size 10. The waist is 29 inches. And they are so flattering. Like, these make your butt look so good. And I love the like true vintage blue color. I feel like it's a lot more saturated than a lot of blue jeans that are made now, which gives it a super cool vintage look, which I really, really love. Then I've got a couple of pairs of linen pants. These ones are like a natural linen color and they're a size 0, but they have a really stretchy waist and a little pocket in the back. And these are just like so comfy. I, for the most part, will look for any excuse to not wear jeans. And so linen pants like this are a great way to still feel like really fall, and you can wear them with a sweater and just look really like neutral and elegant, which I love. And then I also have this pair which fit me like they were made for me when I tried them on for like the modeling pictures that I took for the site. So I'm like kind of half hoping that I get to keep them, like they don't sell. But also I will be very happy if they do. There are these pumpkin colored linen blend pants, and I don't know exactly what the material is or what the size is other than the measurements that I took. I think they have like a 26-inch waist because it's I don't want to try to guess what language this is. It's an Asian label, and I do not read any Asian languages, so try not to be racist and just assume that it's Chinese or whatever. But I did find it in like a Chinese thrift store in Tacoma, so that would make sense. And it has a little pocket, and the thing I love about this and why I bought it is the waist. It has like this triangle detail. This was actually a 2-piece set, and there was like a pumpkin like colored linen blazer, but I didn't get that. I actually just got the pants because I just didn't like the cut of it. I felt like it was vintage, but it was like not quite modern enough to pass. And you gotta get a good old pair of corduroy. So I got these corduroy pants. They're high-waisted. They're vintage Blue Star khakis. And they're boot cut, but because they're high-waisted, they're still really, really flattering. They're 97% cotton. I want to say these are like a size 4 because they fit me pretty well. I haven't measured those ones yet. Then I got one skirt because I do think that you can carry skirts into autumn, like with tights underneath and little boots. So I got this lace taupe skirt, which I thought was really, really cool. It's a size 8. This looks a lot bigger than a size 8. The tag says 8. Maybe it's not. I think maybe it's a size 8 if you wear it on your hips, but I would personally wear this like high-waisted, so I would go a little bit bigger with it. But I like the ruffle detail on the bottom, and I think the color is really, really pretty, especially with the sweater tucked into it. And then lastly, I was so excited to find these. They were really expensive for a thrift store, but when you find vintage Levi's, you buy the vintage Levi's, and these ones are so cool and special. They're brown and they have like copper hardware on them. They're the 551 relaxed fit tapered leg, and they definitely look like they're high-waisted to me. These are a size 12. I just think brown vintage Levi's, like how cool are those? So cool. Answer my own question. So cool. Next, I'll do sweaters. This one is the most Rory Gilmore thing I've ever seen. Like, this is straight up, like, you are in an episode of Gilmore Girls the minute you put this on. It's a vintage Cherokee sweater, and it's a little bit shorter. It's not, like, cropped, but it's, like, that shorter length that hits, like, right where your hips are, which I think is really cool and flattering. And it's sage green, and then it has cream and yellow stripes on it, which is so cool. And it's so soft. It's a size large, but again, I would totally wear this oversized. It's 100% cotton, and it's got cool detailing around the cuffs and around the bottom, and oh, I love this one so much. Can you see my resolve weakening the longer that I talk about all this stuff? This one is so freaking luxurious. Again, it was really expensive, especially for Value Village. But it's half cashmere and half silk, which is like fancy pantsy. And it's this sweater. It's got a really small, subtle cable knit. See if you can see that there. And it is really, really soft. And I also like this because the material is like thinner. So it'll still keep you pretty warm because of the cashmere, especially if you wear like a long sleeve t-shirt underneath it. But it's not so thick that you can't tuck it in to jeans or overalls or whatever, because I find a lot of my chunky knit sweaters look terrible tucked into jeans. So this would be so, so good for that. I think it's technically a men's medium, but again, unisex, I think. Oh, this is cool too. So this top cardigan thing is vintage Eddie Bauer. Again, it's a really pretty neutral tan color, 100% cotton. It's a women's medium, and it buttons all the way down, which I think is so cool. And I love the style of the collar on this. It's really like this is the kind of thing that you wear like at home on a Saturday morning when it's a little bit chilly out and you're sipping your coffee and reading the newspaper or a magazine. And it feels like it would be fairly warm too, because the inside is like a little bit fuzzy. Not fuzzy, but I'll show you. Like, can you see that? We've got 5 more items. This, apparently I was really into Eddie Bauer stuff. Again, vintage Eddie Bauer. This one is a cardigan, and it's extra small, but it could fit a small, maybe even a medium. It's a ribbed, like light, neutral cardigan. And the thing I really loved about this is it has this stitching. Let's see if I can show you. It has this stitching around the collar and the sleeves that is so pretty and dainty. It's like the cutest little feminine detail. And honestly, I would wear this as a top rather than a cardigan. Yeah, I just think this is really cute. It's 100% cotton. I try to source things that are like 100% cotton or tencel or linen. A lot of times I have to go with blends because that's just what's available. But I try when I can to source like 100% like natural materials because they last a really, really long time. Like this is probably 20, 30, maybe even 40 years old. And it's like still going strong, and it'll go for another 30 or 40 years, which is so cool. Okay, this is for a Christmas launch, but I'll show it to you now anyway because it's so cool. Look at this cardigan. It's got like little red cardinals. Is that what they are? And it is like so festive looking and cool. It's also got gold buttons. Oh, I love that so much. And then the last few things are all like jackets and outerwear, and I think that these are like the most special pieces. This one is vintage LL Bean, and it's a maroon corduroy blazer, which is just so freaking cool. It's 97% cotton, so mostly cotton. But oh my gosh. Again, no size on this. It looks like a woman's medium large to me. I love corduroy for this fall. I'm like so into it, and I think this is so cool. The like pockets that it has and the 3 tortoiseshell buttons. So cool. This is maybe my favorite thing that I found. This denim and tan bomber jacket is the coolest thing. I am totally obsessed with it. It's got this patch on it which says 24 Daytona Team Seattle, which is so cool. And the denim is so soft and worn in. And this would be so warm. It has the coolest like suede tag on it too. And I love the color blocking detail. This is so, oh, again, this was pretty expensive, but it was so cool. I was not gonna not get it. It's an extra large, but also so cool oversized. It doesn't even really matter. Then lastly, we finally made it to the end of this haul. I got this like sweater, bomber style sweater, and it's vintage Harley Davidson, which is so cool. So it has the little HD here, and then the whole stitching on the back. And I know there's like a whole culture for like vintage Harley stuff. And I thought this was really cool. And I like the like faded red and black look, especially for this time of year. It's a size women's extra large. Yeah, women's extra large. And again, 100% cotton, so that'll last a really long time. So that's everything. I know that was quite a bit of stuff. I would love to know what kinds of stuff you guys liked and what kinds of stuff you want me to source in the future. All this stuff will be up in the shop in the next like 3 weeks probably. So if you have your eye on something, make sure you follow nutmeg.vintage on Instagram and sign up for my email list so you get notified, because I could not believe some of the pieces that went up in the first launch were gone like within a few minutes. And like one particular dress, I had 3 people message me after it sold being like, I can't believe I missed it. So if you want something, don't snooze on it, because things go really quickly, which I'm so thankful for. Thank you guys so much for being so supportive. I'm so excited about this new venture. I know you guys love thrifting, and obviously I love thrifting, so I'm really excited about it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye! Oh, P.S. don't forget to subscribe, please, so we can hang out some more. Okay, bye. For real.